listen, one day we went to Congo. So that was when? Last year? So, yeah, so the kid is 1. So my sister-in-law was still pregnant. So she was 6 months pregnant or 5 months pregnant. I don't remember. So that was a year and a half. We go to Congo. We took my sister-in-law. And before we go, my mom tells me, yeah, don't forget to cut off the electricity in your house so that you don't like, because you're going to leave for 10 days. So just cut off the electricity. And me on the morning, I don't even think about it. I just cut off the whole electricity. But usually what I do when I leave the house for more than 3 days, I cut the electricity of my office, my desk. So here down there, I have my master switch. I cut that so it cuts all the computers, all the things that are just in sleep mode, right? That are still sucking energy. And then I turn off all the lights. That's more than enough. I leave the Wi-Fi on just in case some machines need to update themselves. But I just listen to my mom and I just cut off the electricity of the whole house. I just like. So when we arrived in front of the house, listen, there was a smell of death in front of the door. When we entered the apartment, we left all the meat and fish that was in the refrigerator. It was still there with no electricity. So everything had all the ice in 10 days had the time to completely, and I think we came back, it was hot. So all the meat had the time to the ice had the time to melt and the meat was rotten. Oh my God, that was a nightmare. The smell took 2 weeks to be out of the house. It was a nightmare. We opened everything. Oh, it was still smelling. It was horrible. Then we had to remove, like, my wife and her sister. So we had to call the maid to come help us. So they remove everything, but then you had to clean the whole thing. You had to really like disinfect the whole. Oh, listen, that was a nightmare. Listen, never again. And my wife is like, "Why did you cut the electricity?" And I'm like, "Cause my mother told me." And she was like, "But you had to tell me first, so I remove everything from the fridge." Listen, never again. I never cut the master switch again. I put everything on vacay mode. The fridge continued to live its life. I'm just gonna turn off my machines one by one. I don't need to turn off the whole electricity of the house. I can just turn off the lights. Listen, a nightmare. That was horrible. That was horrible. Vraiment solo. Smell of death. Listen, you have no idea. It was horrible. Horrible. Oh my God. Same thing happened to me. I was renting a home and the tenant moved out and it took me a month to get to house, and the refrigerator was packed with meats. Power turned off when they left. Oh my God. So it was a month of rotten meat. Oh. Yeah, exactly. You can never forget that smell. Listen, it's just, I guess people who have been to war know that smell too, but listen, it's a nightmare. Like that smell, I remember like my wife entered first in the house and she was like, "Oh," and I was like, "What's going on?" Oh,